is a kernel. I will be walking you through the process of like gaining access into a Kioptrix machine using the vulnerabilities present in that environment. So full root access, how it was gained, how I gained access into the Kioptrix. To begin, I perform reconnaissance on the Kioptrix system using Nmap. I identify vulnerable services, including an outdated Apache web server running PHP. The login page was susceptible to structured query language injection, that's SQLI, which allowed me to bypass authentication and obtain a limited web shell. From that foothold, I discovered the system was running an outdated Linux kernel with a publicly available privilege escalation exploit. After executing the exploit, I gained full root access to the machine. With root privileges, I added a new administrative user to maintain access. And this is the screenshot of how I exploited the vulnerabilities and how I gained access. These are all the screenshots of that. And exploit walkthrough. This summarizes the exploit chain. Reconnaissance identified weak services. SQL injection provided initial access. Kernel privilege escalation delivered full root control. A persistent administrative account was added. This demonstrates how outdated kernels, weak application security, and poor patch management combine to create serious compromised pathways. Mitigation strategies, no upgrade allowed. These are all the mitigation strategies. While replacing or upgrading the system is not allowed, several mitigation strategies significantly reduce the risks, and these include harden services and disable unnecessary demands. Implement the principle of least privilege for all accounts. Apply strict firewall segmentation to isolate vulnerable systems. Enable login, auditing, and real-time alerting for privilege escalation attempts. Manually patch services or adjust configurations where official updates are unavailable. These steps protect legacy systems without requiring full modernization. Buffer overflow. A buffer overflow occurs when a program writes more data to a memory buffer than it is designed to hold. Attackers use buffer overflow to inject malicious code or redirect program execution. This falls within the category of memory corruption attacks, and it's often used to escalate privileges. Privilege escalation. Privilege escalation involves exploiting weaknesses to gain higher permissions. Vertical escalation is going from a normal user to root or administrator. Horizontal escalation involves accessing another user's account. This attack targets breakdowns in access control and system configuration. Rootkits and Trojans. Rootkits are stealthy tools used to hide malicious activity, often operating at the kernel level. They are used after compromise to maintain persistence. Trojans, on the other hand, disguise themselves as legitimate applications to trick the user into installing them. Both belong to malware families focused on deception and persistence. Backdoors and viruses. A backdoor is a hidden access mechanism that bypasses authentication. Attackers often create backdoors after a successful compromise to ensure they can return later. Viruses are self-replicating malicious programs that spread through infected files and often damage or alter system data. These attacks fall under unauthorized access and replication malware categories. Return-oriented programming and social engineering. Return-oriented programming, or ORP, is a modern exploitation technique where attackers chain small instruction sequences already in memory to execute malicious actions without injecting new code. Social engineering attacks, such as phishing and tailgating, target human behavior rather than technical vulnerabilities. These remain the most common entry point for breaches. In conclusion, the Kioptrix exercise demonstrates how attackers chain vulnerabilities to gain root access. It also emphasizes why strong configuration management, segmentation, and monitoring are essential for legacy systems. Pairing these technical controls with an understanding of core attack families helps our organization detect, prevent, and respond to modern threats more effectively. Thank you for your time. And you all can go back to the screenshot and watch like the process of how the hacking was done. Thank you.